You stand at the base of Helion Spire. It towers over the dusty plains of Kepler 186f, a monument of alien design and your new workplace. The twin suns bake the rust-colored ground, yet you feel a strange chill run down your spine. It is not from the wind. It is from the spire itself. You place a hand on its cool, seamless surface. The metal feels like polished stone. It seems to hum with a silent energy. No, not silent. You can hear it. A faint, melodic tone resonates deep in your bones. It is a song that no one else seems to notice. A private melody just for you. Your crewmates joke about the place. They say the original builders must have had a great dental plan. Look at all that perfect enamel. You laugh along, but the feeling persists. The spire is not just a building, it is a presence. It is waiting for something. Or maybe it is waiting for you. You look up its impossible height. The structure pierces the thin, violet sky. It seems to scrape the edges of space itself. The song grows a little louder, a clear, crystalline note calling you closer. You are a technician, a fixer of circuits. Your job is to maintain the spire. But you know, deep down, your purpose here is something else entirely. Back inside the prefab habitat, you stare at your console. Your diagnostic screen shows an impossible energy pattern. It pulses from the spire's deepest levels. The signature is clean, complex, and utterly alien. It is not sensor dust. It is not a system malfunction. It is a signal. You flag the anomaly for your superior, Commander Eva Rostova. She glances at the screen for less than 5 seconds. Her response is clipped and final. It's resonance ghosting, technician. A known issue. She tells you to recalibrate your sensors. She tells you to focus on your assigned tasks. You try to argue. You show her the waveform's perfect symmetry. You point out the non-random data packets hidden inside. This is not noise. This is language. Rostova just sighs, a sound of pure administrative boredom. Everyone wants to find little green men, kid. Clean your filters. That's an order. So you are dismissed. Another junior tech with an overactive imagination. You sit back in your chair, the screens glow, lighting your face. The ghost in the code keeps pulsing. It is the same rhythm as the song you heard outside. It's a beckoning call, a digital whisper. They can't see it. They can't hear it. But you can. And you know it's real. You cannot let it go. The song from the spire is a hook in your mind. The signal on your console is its echo. An invitation you are not allowed to accept. The official channels are closed. Commander Rostova made that perfectly clear. Going against her orders is a fast track to a dishonorable discharge. Maybe even a court-martial. But the phantom signal pulls at you. It is a question that demands an answer. So you wait until the alpha shift ends. The habitat quiets down. The corridors empty out. You grab your standard issue toolkit. You also grab a high-capacity power cell, just in case. Your heart hammers against your ribs. This is a monumentally bad idea. A career-ending, 5-star, certifiably bad idea. You slip out of the habitat's main airlock. The two suns are low on the horizon now. They cast long, distorted shadows across the plains. You walk toward the spire. Its immense shadow swallows you whole. You find a small, unmarked maintenance hatch near the base. Your clearance codes will not work here, but a simple bypass sequence from your datapad does the trick. The hatch hisses open into darkness. You take a deep breath and step inside. You are leaving the sanctioned zones far behind. The darkness inside is absolute. Your headlamp cuts a sharp cone through the black. The air is cold, still, and impossibly ancient. You are in a service tunnel, but not one on any schematic you have ever seen. The walls are not made of the spire's outer material. They are something else, something older. As you walk deeper, the walls begin to change. A faint inner light begins to glow from the material. It starts as a soft blue, then shifts to a warm, golden hue. The light is not powered by any source you can detect. It seems to be part of the very substance of the walls. It pulses gently, in time with the song in your head. You run your fingers along the glowing surface. It is covered in a fine layer of dust. This dust has likely been undisturbed for millions of years. Your touch sends small motes swirling into the air. They dance in your headlamp's beam like tiny, captured stars. You are the first living thing to breathe this air, the first to walk this sacred path. The feeling is both terrifying and exhilarating. The song is getting stronger, guiding you, pulling you deeper into the spire's heart. The glowing corridor ends abruptly. It opens into a vast, circular chamber. You step inside, your boots making no sound on the floor. The entire room is made of perfect, polished obsidian. It absorbs the light from the corridor. It reflects nothing. It is a space of pure, silent black. Your headlamp feels small and inadequate here. It struggles to illuminate the immense scale of the room. The air is heavy with a sense of purpose, a sense of profound waiting. You feel like you have walked into a temple, or perhaps a tomb. This place was not meant for human eyes. In the exact center of the chamber, a single pedestal rises from the floor. Upon it rests a console. It is made of the same star-wrought, glowing material as the corridor walls. It is a single, untouched surface. No buttons, no switches, no seams. Just a smooth, cool plane of light, the phantom signal on your diagnostic screen. It is coming from here. This is the source. This is the heart of the song. You feel a strange certainty. This is what called to you. You approach the console slowly. Every step feels momentous. The song in your head is now a powerful, resonant hum. It fills your entire being. It is no longer just a sound. It is a feeling, a pressure, a command. You stand before the pedestal, the glowing console bathing you in its soft light. This is the point of no return. You could turn back now. You could pretend you never saw this. You could go back to calibrating sensors and ignoring ghosts in the code. Back to a life where spires are just alien buildings. A life where you are just a technician. But you know you cannot. The question is too loud. The pull is too strong. You take off your work glove. Your bare hand trembles slightly as you raise it. The universe seems to hold its breath. The dust motes hang suspended in the air. The hum of the spire quiets to a whisper. You lower your hand. Your palm meets the cool, smooth surface of the console. The moment your skin makes contact, everything changes. There is no shock, no jolt of energy. There is only light. A brilliant white light floods your mind. It is not seen with your eyes, but with your consciousness. The obsidian chamber dissolves. The spire dissolves. The universe you know dissolves. You are adrift in a sea of pure information. Forgotten knowledge floods your mind. It is not a lecture. It is an experience. You witness the dawn of life on 1,000 different worlds. You see single-celled organisms forming in ammonia seas. You watch silicon-based creatures crystallize in methane atmospheres. You see civilizations of gas beings dance in the cores of nebulae. They are all so different, so strange, so beautiful. You see them rise. You see them build cities of light and sound. You see them develop star science and art. They write poetry in pulsed gamma rays. They build sculptures from warped space-time. They reach for the stars, just as humanity has. The spire shares their joy, their wonder, their hope. It is a torrent of memory, billions of years of life compressed into a single, breathtaking moment. The vision shifts. The breathtaking beauty begins to curdle. The torrent of knowledge turns dark. You are no longer just a witness. You are a mourner. You watch as those same countless civilizations fall into ruin. You see worlds burn under the fire of their own weapons. You see species choke on the poison of their own progress. You watch them turn on each other. They fight over resources, over ideology, over fear. Their beautiful cities of light and sound become tombs. Their star-born ships become weapons of mass destruction. Their poetry of the stars turns into screams of hatred. The spire shows you everything. It does not spare you the pain, the sorrow, the utter, tragic waste. The revelation crashes down upon you. This spire, and countless others like it across the galaxy, they are not monuments. They are not beacons of hope. They are tombstones. Each one marks the grave of a species that failed. A species that reached for the stars only to fall back into the dust. The spire is a graveyard, a library of failure. And the song it sings is a funeral dirge. It is a test, a filter, and now humanity is being tested. The flood of images recedes. The sea of information drains away. You find yourself back in the obsidian chamber, but you are not alone. A figure stands before you. It shimmers into existence between you and the console. It is a being of pure light and deep shadow, constantly shifting, never resolving into a solid form. It has no face, no eyes, but you feel its gaze upon you, a gaze that holds the weight of eons. It does not speak with a voice. Its thoughts simply appear in your mind, clear and sharp as forged crystal. I am the warden, it communicates. I am the keeper of this place, the memory of the fallen. The air grows heavy. The soft glow of the console dims. The warden's presence is immense. It is ancient beyond comprehension. It has witnessed the birth and death of stars, of galaxies, of countless species like your own. You have heard the summons, the warden continues. You have opened the archive. Now, you will be judged. Your species will be judged. Your trial begins. The light and shadow of its form swirl faster. The test has arrived. The warden raises a formless limb. The obsidian chamber melts away again. You are no longer on Kepler 186F. You are standing on Earth. But it is an Earth you only know from history books. You witness humanity's long, brutal history of conflict. It is shown to you not as a summary, but as a lived experience. You feel the fear of a primitive human hiding from a rival tribe. You feel the rage of a soldier in a trench war. You feel the hollow despair of a survivor in a city of rubble. The warden shows you everything, every war, every atrocity, every moment of cruelty and betrayal, the crusades, the world wars, the genocides, the small, petty acts of violence that happen every single day. The warden's judgment is cold and absolute. Your species is violent. The thoughts press into your mind. You are fractured. You hoard resources while your own kind starve. You invent new ways to destroy yourselves and call it progress. The images intensify. You see nuclear fire. You see biological plagues. You see the slow, creeping death of your own planet's climate. You are a failure. Like so many before you, you are destined for the dust. The weight of your own world's sins presses down on you. It threatens to crush you. You want to collapse. You want to agree. The evidence is overwhelming. Humanity's flaws are laid bare before you, a cosmic prosecution with you as the only witness. How can you argue? How can you defend a species capable of such darkness? The warden's presence waits. It offers no comfort, only the cold, hard finality of its judgment. But then, something else rises within you. Not pride, not defiance, but a stubborn spark of something you cannot name. You remember the faces of your crewmates. You remember their stupid jokes, their small kindnesses. You remember watching a child learn to walk. You remember the sound of laughter, the feeling of sunlight on your skin. You have seen our darkness, you think, pushing the thought back at the warden with all your might. But you have not seen everything. Your voice in your own mind is small, but it is there. We are more than our wars. We are more than our failures. The warden seems to pause, a flicker in its form of light and shadow. You are given one chance, it communicates. Speak for your home. Defend this species you barely understand. Convince me I am wrong. You are no longer just a technician. You are humanity's advocate. The warden seems to consider your plea. The oppressive weight of humanity's past lifts. The chamber of obsidian returns, but the walls now show a different vision. It is not the past. It is a possible future. A timeline of human triumph. You see humanity uniting to heal its wounded planet. You see deserts turning green, oceans cleansed of poison. You watch as cities are redesigned to live in harmony with nature. There is no hunger, no poverty. The old divisions of nation and tribe have faded into memory. It is a world you have only dreamed of. The vision expands. You see humanity reach for the stars again, not as conquerors, but as explorers, as artists, as scientists. You see graceful star-born ships, their purpose to learn and create. Not to destroy. You see humans working alongside other, stranger forms of life, sharing knowledge, building a galactic community. It is a future that is breathtaking in its hope. A future that is possible, but not guaranteed. This is what you could be, the warden communicates. The thought is not a promise. It is a challenge. This is the potential you claim to possess. But potential is not achievement. The vision of a golden future fades. You are left standing in the silent black chamber. The warden of light and shadow drifts before you. The trial is over. The judgment is complete. Now comes the choice. The keeper's choice. Your species is balanced on a knife's edge. The warden's thoughts are calm, devoid of emotion. You possess both immense capacity for creation and for self-destruction. Left to your own devices, your odds of survival are low. The warden presents you with two paths, two futures for your people. Not as visions, but as concepts, as pure, stark choices. The first path is survival. The warden will subtly guide humanity. It will diffuse major conflicts. It will nudge your science towards sustainable ends. It will prevent you from destroying yourselves. Your species will survive. It will be safe. But it will be contained. Caged. Your freedom, your chaotic, dangerous, beautiful freedom, will be gone. You will be pets. The second path is freedom. The warden will do nothing. It will step back and allow humanity to walk its own path, to succeed or fail on its own terms, to reach for that golden future, or to burn itself to ashes. The risk is absolute. The reward is godhood, survival or freedom, safety or sovereignty. The choice is yours alone, and it will affect every human who ever lives. You stand in the silence, the weight of two futures resting on your shoulders. A gilded cage or a dangerous sky. A long, managed life, or a short, glorious one. The Warden showed you humanity's evil, but it also showed you its potential. To choose safety is to admit that the darkness is stronger than the light, to admit that humanity cannot be trusted with its own destiny. You cannot accept that. You will not accept that. The stubborn spark inside you roars into a flame. It is the same spark that made you disobey orders, the same spark that made you descend into the spire, the same spark that drives humanity to climb mountains and explore oceans, the spark of free will. We choose freedom. You project the thought with every ounce of your being. We choose the risk. We will face the consequences ourselves. The Warden does not respond. Its form of light and shadow simply holds still for a long moment. Then, it begins to dissolve, not into nothingness, but into the console. It flows like liquid light back into the glowing surface. The console flares with a blinding, new energy. The entire spire shudders. A deep, powerful hum rises from the very foundations of the structure. The song has changed. It is no longer a funeral dirge. It is an anthem. On the plains outside, the tip of Helion Spire ignites. It sends a brilliant, focused beam of energy into the heavens. It is a new message to the distant stars, a message that says a new player has joined the game. And they have chosen to play for keeps. The light from the console fades. The deep hum of the spire settles into a quiet, steady thrum. The obsidian chamber is just a room again. The magic has receded. You are alone. You take your hand off the console. The skin tingles. You feel exhausted, drained to your very soul. But you also feel a strange sense of peace. The choice is made. You turn and walk back the way you came. Through the star-wrought corridor, its light now soft and welcoming. You climb out of the maintenance hatch and into the open air. The twin suns of Kepler 186F are just beginning to rise. They paint the violet sky in shades of orange and pink. A new day is dawning. You look up at the spire. It seems different now. Not a tomb, not a test, but a symbol, a promise. It stands silent. Its great work done for now. You walk back towards the habitat. Your crewmates will be waking up soon. They will start their shifts. They will complain about the coffee. They will not know that the fate of their entire species was decided just moments ago. They will not know that you just gambled their future on a spark of hope. You alone carry the secret of humanity's new dawn. You are no longer just a technician. You are the keeper of a terrible, wonderful burden. The burden of tomorrow.